In this video, we're going to do some Tauchitsu. Hello, this is Craig from bizbox.co.uk. So in this video, we're going to make some more Blanchitsu conversions. This time, we're going to sort of base them around some Tau bits. This was a suggestion sent in to us by Bob Bojaquez. I hope I've pronounced that right. Bojaquez. I'm terrible with names. Who left a comment on our typhus video saying, "Great video. You took a silly looking model and made him look menacing. Well done. Thank you." Suggestion/challenge. Could you Blanchitsu using some Tau bits? I need more acolytes and have a ton of Tau bits, but have difficulty using them. I could use some advice /and/or good ideas. So that is what this video is. And if you guys have any suggestions for conversions that you would like to see us do, then please do leave a comment below. So without further ado, let's get into some Tauchitsu. Okay, so we're going to be doing some Tau Blanchitsu style miniatures today, or as I'm going to call them, Tauchitsu. And as you can see, we have 3 miniatures, or the start of 3 miniatures. And they all have the legs from the Fire Warriors sprue, and then a couple of them have the Fire Warriors torsos as well. And this one we're going to give a different torso to. So we're doing 3 miniatures in this video, as you can see. And first things first, we're going to get a torso on this one. So I'm not going to use a Tau torso for this one. Instead, I found this torso, which is from the is it Luminarch of Hisk set, the big Empire wagon thing. I've had that as a spare from my set, and I'm just gonna trim a little bit of crap off the arm, where the arms go, just so when we put the arms on they'll be nice and flush. And you'll see that fits on quite nicely. I apologise if my hands get in the way of the camera. I'll try and come around this way like so. So a lot of the Empire torsos fit the Tau ones quite well. They're quite a similar size, so they go together quite nicely. Even some like Imperial Guard ones, like Cadian torsos and stuff, will go on the Tau really nicely. So I'll let that dry and we'll look at these. Now these are still sort of drying themselves, but they're not too bad. I'm going to add some arms to these, so we're going to take some arms from the Sisters of Silence. Now of course you can arm your miniatures in whatever you want. There are no rules when it comes to Blanchitsu. Your Tau could have any weapons they so wish. They could be mercenaries working for the Imperium maybe, or they could have just stolen the weapons, who knows. It really doesn't matter. It's just not important. So yeah, Sisters of Silence arms, they seem to fit on here quite well. So I'll go ahead and get them glued. I might just have to do that off camera, because it's a bit awkward trying to get around here to film them. So I'll just quickly glue them on. And there we have the arms on there. Now there is a shoulder gap, but we will cover that up later on. So while he's drying, we're going to put some arms on this one, and we're just going to use the regular pulse rifle arms. So he'll be armed just like a normal Tau, just like a Fire Warrior. So I'm just doing this to show you that you can fit these arms on the torso quite well. So there's one arm. So I'm just a little bit out of shot. I've got all the space to work with here. I need to utilise it and not ram into a camera like that. And there we go. There's a little bit of crap on the arm there. We'll just trim that away. Just get my knife on it. And then that arm should fit nicely on here. And he's sort of holding it underneath there. I guess they hold it sort of more like that. I've got a bit of glue on the hand to keep that up. And then that will sit on there like so. That's pretty cool, I think. And then we can give him a nice or head to go with them, but we'll come back to that when we go on the heads. So for this one, I'm actually going to try and see if I can get Skitari Ranger arms on there. Now I don't know how well these will fit, but there is only one way to find out, of course. So I'll get the arms glued together first. So these are the arms we're using, just a normal rifle. Skitari, I can't remember what rifle's called. Is it a radium rifle, this one? Or is that the other one? I can never remember. Between the two. And that should fit on there. Might take a little bit of persuading, but I'm sure we'll fit it on there. I'll get it on there before these are dry, just in case we need to adjust anything. So it should just go on there like that. Like so. That's pretty cool. So yeah, these are all going to have like weapons going across, holding them in two hands like that. So, but you could use any weapons. You could use pistols and the mauls and stuff like that from the Vanguard set. I think stuff from the racks would fit quite nicely. I think their arms would look quite cool. All depends what sort of style you want to go for. We're going to go for this sort of robotic sort of style on the arms there. Sort of like a Tau hybrid type thing. Of course, this is Blanchitsu, so it doesn't all have to make sense. Doesn't have to be the norm. You can just let your imagination run wild, and you can really just use anything really. What's good about these GW kits is a lot of them fit well together. So enough babbling from me. The next thing I'm going to do, take some shoulder pads from the Sisters of Silence kit, and hopefully we can cover up these horrible joins on this guy. Now I don't know what's happened to the arm here. No, that's okay. It's a bit of a funny angle, but it works. So let's get him in shot. Sorry, the camera's in an awkward position today. And then that will cover up that quite nicely. I find for smaller stuff, sometimes finding shoulder pads not always easy. The crew actually have some good size shoulder pads for smaller sort of human sized miniatures. Obviously these Sisters of Silence ones are quite cool. Sure, things like the Goliaths maybe, but there's not really many. Not off the top of my head. I'm sure I'm missing some. Of course, Tau have their own style shoulder pads as well, and you could add them to these if you so wish. And I do have this armor plate here from the Goliaths from Necromunda, and I'm going to pop it on this guy. So where his Tau shoulder pad would normally be, he's going to have this Goliath one instead. And I'll come around here like that, and we'll pop that on there like so. I quite like that. I think that looks pretty cool. Just gives him something different. So yeah, I'm liking this guy. He's probably my favourite out of the three at the moment, although they're all coming along quite nicely, I think. So next we have heads. Now I've got 3 heads here to use. I might not use one of them. Originally I got like the Skitari Ranger's head. I'm just not sure, it looks a little bit too big for my liking. I think it looks a little bit too big. I might be wrong, but I think it looks a little bit on the large side. Now we just have regular Tau heads, so I don't know if to give this guy just like a Tau head or something. Of course you can give them any head you want. There's no rules here. But we'll give this guy a little Tau head. So essentially he's a little Tau with a bolt gun instead. Why not? Blanchitsu, do what you like. But these ones will give some different heads. I do have the bear, like a bear head from the Tau I was going to use. I'm not sure I'm going to use that either. So I'm going to have a route around at some more fancier heads. Something more different that we can use. Okay, so I've come up with a couple of heads. So the first one for this, I'm just going to use a head from Gene Stealer Cult Neophyte hybrids, a favourite of any Blanchitsu creator, and they have this nice sort of post-apoc feel to them. I think that works really well with the Goliath shoulder pad on him and his torso as well. So I think he looks pretty cool. We're going to add a couple of accessories to these guys after we put the heads on as well. For the other one, I want something robotic, or at least sort of robotic looking, because he's got robotic arms. Thought a robotic head would look pretty cool as well. Obviously, as we already discussed, Katari range ones are a bit big. What I have done is I've got a Cadian head, and I've put like a Rax mask on the front. The head does prolong the head a little bit, so you might want to trim it down more than I have. Stupidly, I seem to have chosen one where I've cut the neck piece off, and the mask still hasn't finished drying. But that should give us, I might have to stick it on a different head because I don't know if the neck piece was trimmed off here, but that'll give us this sort of weird robotic looking thing. So I'm going to actually make a better one of these and then we'll be back. And here we go, here is the completed head, and I actually really dig that. I think it looks quite cool. Sort of the pieces on the side where the Cadian head are too big sort of helped sort of lend it with its robotic sort of nature. Yeah, I really dig that. I really like that. So some sort of like robotic helper, henchman type guy. That's pretty cool. I quite like that. I'm quite digging this guy. And then this little Tau guy is pretty cool as well, he's pretty neat. I just wanted to show off how these sort of bolt gun arms fit on the Tau stuff. So, lastly we can just add a couple of little accessories. I've got some grenades here. And we'll add some grenades to this guy. Oh, if I can get him in shot. There we go. Of course, you could add some backpacks and stuff. I'll have a route around and see what backpacks I've got. Oh, my glue doesn't want to come out now. Just typical. I'm going to unclog that and then we'll get some accessories and stuff. And I'll look for some backpacks as well. So I've glued little grenades on him there. And this guy's got some little weirder looking grenades there. So for backpacks, this little robotic guy, it seems only natural to give him a Skatari Ranger's backpack. And that'll go on there quite nicely. If you're using the Tau backpacks, worth noticing, they do have a hole on the back for the backpack. You can just use the regular Tau backpack if you so wish, but I think we've used enough sort of Tau bits really on these. We want to make them look a little bit different. So this guy, I've got a backpack from the Scions, from the Militarum Tempestus, another favourite kit of mine and very good for Blanchitsu. I'll just cut the pipes off what would attach to the gun, and hopefully his big head doesn't get in the way. So it looks like it might. No, the backpack sort of juts out a little bit, as you can see there. And it doesn't fit on very well. There's a little crappy bit of mould lines and stuff on it, but we ain't going to worry about that. And it goes on there like that. Normally I wouldn't put the backpack so high, but it's just because his head is in the way. That's okay. I don't know, not a massive fan of that, personally. No, so I like to have them lower. Maybe I could have it like that. Yeah, we'll have it like that. We'll have it like that. Yeah, oh, that's much better. Much, much better. So, there we go. They are our free Blanchitsu esque conversions using some Tau bits, or Taujitsu, as I'm definitely going to call it. I'm really happy with how these came up, and you know, they don't look that Tau-like. The heads, I suppose, are quite a giveaway when it comes to Tau, but I'm really happy with how these came out. It's like a post-apocalyptic style guy, little henchman. Maybe he's found a Tau rifle and some bits of Tau armor, and he wants to use them. Probably too advanced for most guys, I'd imagine. Though we have a little robotic helper. I'm really digging. I might have to add him to a warband or make a warband around him because I actually really dig him. Maybe I'll do a little group of robotic helpers. That's really cool. I'm really digging that. And then we have our little Tau with a bolt gun with some ammo. So a little Tau mercenary type guy. There. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed these conversions. I really enjoy doing these conversion tutorial videos, and you notice I've got a different background for this one just because it's sort of Blanchitsu. I like the dark, sort of grimdark feel. Why not have a darker background? So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you have any suggestions for future conversion corner videos, then please do leave a comment below. They don't have to be Blanchitsu-esque, they can be absolutely anything. Within reason. If it's a really massive conversion, it's probably not going to get done on the channel, but you never know. You never know. For any ideas that you'd like to see, then definitely leave a comment below, and I will certainly get round to doing them all eventually. If you have enjoyed the video, of course, give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. We also have a Patreon if you wish to check that out and support us further. Of course, if you're in the $20 pledge or the higher pledges, you'll get a free bag of bits every month. And so you'll be able to make your own conversions like this with ease. And yeah, all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.